So keep an eye out on him as well.
Between M80 and the Union, we saw two that we get to see from them.
Yeah, a brand new map coming out for the map pool of the Union. They've only been forced to play 3 thus far, but the 2 that follow after this one are their comfortabilities in Fracture and Pearl, as raafa's actually able to get the first kill, taking NiSMO down. Getting rid of the Raze here on Lotus is everything for the Union.
Poison orb emitting.
The two of the players, the explosive ones that we always talk about, and is the Raze players as well. Something that we've seen more and more recently, the teams finding success into this Raze, but NiSMO is actually the one who goes down first in that space given to M80.
Yeah, everybody from the Union just around the corner. Smoke goes down, bodies just might start to fall, the shots go wide, and it's the Union out on top momentarily as eeiu steals one back. Who not quite in the fight, he'll slowly start to work his way in to try and supplement Pank here. Another smoke to follow. Koala now under fire spout, getting run down. Gu to find the next and make it 2. He finally finds his way into the fight, and he's the guy to get it done.
17 HP left, and pretty aggressive position in the meantime. The Union holding, trying to get clear things to the prowlers of that fade, and a little bit of fake confidence could be waiting on the other side, but no way, NiSMO gets it too.
Yeah, this is why you got to deal with that guy, right? He was not allowed to play in the pistol round. Force up, fast forward into the next. And he takes down 2. There's a really good snakebite lineup from Zander that forced NTK off of his angle. And because of that, fought a little too far forward. NiSMO will eventually be dealt with, but numbers advantage, time advantage also still in favor. raafa's just got no way out.
What can he do?
Okay, yeah, eventually Zander will run him down. Koala dealt with. Here comes the retake, though. Pank and Gu, hand in hand. They had to do it in the last round. Now they get to try it again here in this one. As Gu will fall, Pank's just going to stick this one. Hopper on the corner. The classic gets it.
That is always good until the very end of the round.
I mean, round for round, we just go right back to it. Flashes are there. NiSMO finds 2. I mean, the fighting doesn't stop. These guys are playing the same game on opposite sides of the map. They meet C long. They meet up towards B.
The teams that we saw throughout Ascension, they're going to be grouping up, but not this case. The information is going to be everything. You have a chance on this retake with Riot as well.
And Gu's here, and now he is not. Out goes the rocket. NiSMO fishes for a 4th.
That lead, that 8-4, that 7-5, there's...
Down, Zander gonna stay. Okay, no, not disconnected from the play. Instead, he's gonna hold a close angle. And this Pit could fall almost immediately. Shorty up close and personal. Pit will eventually go down, but the bodies start to fall on the opposite side. 2 for 3 we go. There's a few more shots from NTK. Narrowly missed their mark. Koala shrouded steps into the high grounds, but this has been red. Gu ready on this angle. A rifle picked up. NiSMO better on the shots. And now with 5 shots left.
A rifle, but getting out of this positioning not going to be easy at all, especially if 5 HP gets spotted. He ends up getting taken.
This bit of utility. It's now M80 set their eyes on this B side. First one down. NiSMO somehow allowed to find that kill. Zander grabs another. This defense whittled down to 3. Askia gonna try and beat the timing as he beats the bait shells, both 44 HP. He's gotta be perfect. Ooh, and he is.
Now it seems like the smoke going off was a difference there for the Union, but a 2v1 for Pank to deal with.
Yeah, raafa finds 2 huge kills. Paranoia comes through. Pank gonna try and sneak away, but shots in the nano swarms are still here. There is delay power from raafa. NiSMO gets put in a bad spot. Oh, this util on the site, and there's that lockdown that you talked about. It should force M80 off. It's gonna force their hand. Do they plant, or do they look to run away? And it's go elsewhere as NiSMO finds 1. NTK here to receive. The attack trying to rotate over towards this A site. And the lockdown has since subsided. The spike has fallen. johnqt going left, right, front, and center, finding frags, but needs to do it again. A player down or M80 as they work their way back into this round. They've opened up the A site, and quickly Askia and raafa will rotate towards the A to try and match.
And the time here is so low, but it's just enough to get the spike planted. Lockdown now available on the other side, as he has been for johnqt. eeiu finds a pick.
And you have to respect Askia here. Not using the lockdown could be the end of this round. This guy finds frags, unfortunately just could not find that they've been able to scoop up, and the teeter-totter continues. They were just on the high side of the teeter-totter economy, now again on the low side, and NTK has been dealt with early.
Fence, an expected one for Zander.
Put down. My ultimate is ready.
Zander wants some more, give him some more. 3 kills, looking for a fourth. A swap to the classic. The secondary gets it done. And I mean, Hank, this has been his home. Seaside has been where it's at. Unfortunately, can't get anything done.
Big tool for NTK and for the Union to work with. Now, a stack. 3 players on A.
Oh, and they seem to know that Zander is here. They'll toss so much util out that way. Deal with them. Now NiSMO gonna look to get something opened up on the opposite side. Pank will relieve himself off this site. And 3 defenders are here. This quickly becomes the strong side, but -1 as raafa falls. Pank gonna try his hand as the lockdown comes on the opposite side, and the Union are gonna be forced to respect this one.
Spike planted.
Oh, no way.
The Union quickly opt into a save, trying to hang on to 3 of these games as they lean out this way, but because of that, look at the space taken by Pank. He's done just hanging out on the C side. He wants to get into the action, and he does so, finding the first frag on up the gut. NiSMO, paint shells in hand, will force one back. Askia will be forced to respect that one. Inside the smoke, the duel goes on. Gu will fall. Now the odds are even, but only for a moment. Beautiful paint shells to deal with NiSMO, but a Viper's Pit to work through for the defense, and the players are on the inside. Koala gets spammed. Pank will collect one. Here on the retake, Zander and johnqt gonna try and hang on. They find 2 kills for themselves. The decay starting to come through. The pit still stands, and Zander will be forced forward. But Askia goes fishing in the dark and comes up huge.
No way. Askia is able to do that right at Union. A little bit heavier towards A. Once again, Pank does it.
And this time, Pank's gonna go for more, though. Last time he found that kill, he backed away towards the C site. Are they expecting this? This turret does nothing for M80 with johnqt off the board. Another B site push with the spike planted. Paint shells put raafa in a tough spot. Forced to give it up. Now they know that there's a judge. They can play the long-range battles.
Koala on this element with the operator. You get to see that, and you get to see the last kill as we looked at how the map pool has looked for them throughout Ascension.
Oh, that's a great lurk. With raafa split this far across the map, I wonder if M80 maybe look to explore.
The read for the Union is actually ending up on A. All thanks to the pick that we saw for raafa early on.
Koala comes into this one with the paranoia. Flashes his way through the tree, the running gun, and he just falls short. Right clicks don't land. raafa gets the better end of the trade, and 5 are still alive for the Union here in the pistol.
The spike planted and that retake. 3 players, johnqt, Zander, NiSMO. A tall task, but 3 players that have been insane on this map so far.
Flash in hand, NTK gets caught out. Askia now gonna try and hang on. The frenzy can't get it done. It's a classic instead. NiSMO in the back lines. Zander works his way forward. Good snake bite on the spike. The snake bite on the pistol is just so strong. Pank collects 1, forced to reload. Now 2 remain as johnqt, a couple of right clicks later, and they'll fall short.
A couple kills coming through for M80. But of course not going for the buy. On this defensive side does get harder, but it doesn't matter. The classic's enough.
Yeah, the Bulldog, though, getting it right back. Pank gonna make sure this weapon does not go into enemy hands. johnqt's classic shots not as effective as long range with the Spectre. Koala steals away another, and if they've done anything, they've made this one hurt. Koala just keeps going. 3 HP in a dream. Spike is planted, and he's gonna make sure that if he loses this...
Classics. For the one go...
They dog their way through. Paranoia follows. johnqt can use some of that utility to try and delay. Meanwhile, into the back lines, the Union go, but 2 players have been dealt with. This bonus round is looking much like a bonus round as Koala shrouded steps right into more danger. And it's starting to get spun around. It's starting to get flipped on its head. There's upgrades for the Union Dryad.
That the Union is getting a 3v3 once again. And a couple of rifles that have been picked up too by the Union.
Hey, Gu catches eeiu off guard. Good on Zander to trade that one back. Shots through the wall. Pank's playing a different game. He's playing the lineup game. Zander's been dealt with. Now NiSMO gonna try his hand, but as the snake fights come out, they land good on the spike. Angle not quite being watched, but NTK, the spider sense was tingling, and he'll find 3 on the round.
I've got your trail.
NiSMO given that space towards A, and like you said, having to take care of the other 2 sides. No way.
A huge oversight there. Vulnerable walking right into the nano swarm. Gu works his way onto the site, finds himself with johnqt, immediately gets him back. The util and the rifle of John are good for 3, and with that, Gu across the map. He'll be allowed to plant the spike, but now a 1v4 to try and hang on. He's trying to keep him guessing, trying to mix it up. Takes the high ground, gives it up around the corner. Gu good for 3, tries for the 4th, but eeiu stops the reign of terror. And M80 will judge, and that judge is now known as Snort Grenade. A nano swarm tossed out from raafa. John deals with it. Ooh, and Koala gives himself up, thinking that that smoke is going to be enough, but Gu there to punish.
See, nobody to be found here just yet.
Zander hangs on to the A side as well. Hank goes down, and you see the cogs turning. You see inside the mind of Union, threatened out towards C. Back towards B, now back towards the C side. Zander, ultimate online, gonna place that one down again, cutting off the options as the judge continues to tee off here. The weapon of choice for M80, and in fine value. Now the Vandals will start to make themselves known, and raafa put in a tough spot. Wants to try and deal with the pit. He'll take the duel with Zander, but things get a little too dicey, and it's raafa who...
Ready for this defensive side.
Another great start, man. Koala now. Spike is planted.
There's a Nightfall.
You didn't have to hang on. Nightfall available, like you mentioned. We'll see if eeiu chooses to send this one out. Seizes down at the feet of pancc. Keeps the pit alive, though. Finds the kill for it. Nightfall now dealt with the Zander. Works his way back for 1. John another. And numbers here as M80 look to close this one out. Sits down to the last. GuhRVN has a bit of util to play with. johnqt, low HP, will take the fight and win it. A site was open for business. This wall will cut off any chance of a quick retake through the site, but it's fast through A main. A dash forward will keep Koala alive. Back and forth we go as Pank gets the better end of the trade. Beautiful flashes, not only from the breach, but from NiSMO as well. And M80 have found their way back. A player lead, make it 2 as raafa looks to hang on. He's got a backstab of his own. Long range with the classic, and it just falls short. Defeated as they sat back down on their chairs. And that is something that M80 are looking to take advantage of. This is a play that we saw previously. They tried it with the Sova, but they moved before the utility. Now they go back to a comfortable composition. The flash timing is perfect. Koala is right behind it, and there was no way for the Union to try and steal away this second round. raafa and Pank.
Last player standing.
They'll play the wraparound here. Pank has been dealt with.
America. You guys see how successful it is. I think M80, though, they have a lot going on for them. We talked about the Union and how good they are on Fracture. But M80, and this is...
That set play is seemingly in effect, or will be in effect. Pank does it again. Best koalanoob. Pank is diffing koalanoob. From map 1 to map 2, it keeps happening.
Yeah, no matter what agent is being played, what map it is, it's looking pretty good right now for Pank. He was good for that, as he was the only player in the south part of the map. That 4-1 that was being played, that wall goes up and the spike gets planted.
When Pank about to lay an egg on top of somebody's head here. Zander just at his feet. He hasn't spotted him just yet. Now he does. raafa deals with him. And Pank's position should still be unknown. Good knife reveals a few players inside main. This shouldn't be news to M80 that the attack is playing this way. Flash on the backside. Askia deals with John. And M80 just don't have a way into this one. A Guardian and a Judge. 5 players to deal with. No time to do it. The Union will look to retreat.
The more rounds that happen, because it does get a lot more...
Make it out safely. Cam gonna be taken down. Pank gonna try and find his way onto the side. The A side has been the final destination for the Union. They've been enjoying this one. Zander finds the kill on Askia. Man, make it 2 with johnqt. Also dancing the dance atop the site. It's 2-2 for John and Zander. And raafa, who took some early damage, noted at the beginning of this one. Gonna be left with an alt orb. 1 kill, 2 his name, a resurrection available, but it won't.
In that group stage was never really maybe the strongest one, especially compared to the Brazilian squad. And so they do so, they adapt and they show what they got.
Man, I mean,
Just
Down
can't.
A.
just like what we saw unloaded. Trade the same bit of utility, but there is no way out because of that orbital strike. That one ultimate proves to be too much for the Union to handle. And this round, yell for the squad, and Koala thinks that he's got him read like
Wow.
a book as Askia puts
Playing.
Cage triggered.
Again, fired up and ready for this match. I'm getting for a couple more rounds as there's an eco coming through for the Union raafa. Actually good for 2 with the Sheriff.
Everyone hiding.
And Pank is snuck onto the site here. Good backstab. This could be the round that the Union get back into it. Finally, Resurrection comes through. A couple weapon upgrades to have. A wall that will stop this retake. In a 2v4, M80 now find themselves in an awkward spot, in a losable spot.
Raafa getting 2. They're massive. Allows for that res to become available. Go for it. And turn into a 2v4. Also retake with koalanoob, having an operator. Just not the greatest to deal with. Getting a little too carried away.
Fragment.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Pank, though, will reassume this position. Shots will eventually be reeled in.
Things get slowed down as we get to slowing down at all.
Party's on.
Askia surely does not plan to slow down, but is forced to by the operator.
The numbers to work with. They can play a little bit more patient as the spike makes all the way to this B side. One that we haven't seen just yet. You wonder if there's a chance to do so. The trap warriors are always so dangerous. Some damage taken too by this attacking squad.
I think they're trying to buy out the Rolling Thunder and tap on the spike, but
planted.
eeiu's not going to give this one up. NTK goes into the back lines, will erase johnqt. Now the operator going to find a backstab. Knives online. Look at the util tossed out this way. Ult for ult as Koala goes up top. Speaking of up top, on his wall is raafa, the last one standing, and koalanoob will deal with him. 4 kills for the Jet, and M80 back in the win column in explosive fashion.
Absolutely feeling it. Once it got played in Brazil against them, it was we could have done this differently. So matches get close. And now it's an M80 that gets the chance to do so, and they know what the mistakes were last time around.
Ooh, koalanoob in a bad spot. Rolling Thunder comes through. He dashes. He cloud bursts. He jumps. He leaps, but eventually he dies. The showstopper comes through. Doesn't find too much. Clears things out. NiSMO steals the body back. No command online. Now all the utils shut off here. Suppressed are the Union members, but they flash their way on through. They'll deal with the robots. Now have 2 more to worry about. A healthy 2 as they get run down. Zander, 1 with the molly, 1 with the rifle. It is K.
Union have played this map just in Ascension alone. There's a lot of info out there. There's a lot of reads out there too. koalanoob once again opening pick coming through. Once again, Pank down.
I mean,
Right there.
25% chance, right? There's 4 angles this op could be holding to start the round, and Koala has found the right angle every time. Askia, ah man, there's just no breathing room. It doesn't seem like the Union can do anything right. They get on the sites, they take fights, they don't. There is a backstab around the corner. The Union playing the opposite side, like you mentioned, coming from the north. Oh, beautiful kill there. I mean, none of them have been going the way of the Union, but finally raafa flips the script. NiSMO survives with 55 HP, and I can't imagine it's gonna be for much longer. Beautiful stun, the orbital strike behind it. Down to 30 HP is Askia, but there's still players ahead. Make it 1. The odds get even, and johnqt hops his way back into the kill feed. NiSMO 2 of his own in a round that looked so good for the Union.
1v3 once again. Pank, the last one alive. Gonna get caught by eeiu most likely. Yeah, the shorty's gonna be enough. 8 rounds for M.
Spot inside drop. I don't think it's been completely noted because of that one round that he was able to sneak through, and raafa does it again. 1 hero rifle. Now Pank drops onto the site. They immediately flood. And the A site belongs to the Union. They have to hang on to it.
Careful, breaking the wall. Gets 1.
And things get awkward. 2 players try to push through the door in sands, and they've been dealt with. Okay, the Union have more weapons. Just hang on to what you've got. So it will eventually be that Union chance. The Thunder sticks.
Yeah.
The A side though, again, M80 just have the right call on the strong side. Oh, but the wrong call for johnqt. It's the play right here on site. Incendiary comes down as well, but Zander's assumed his position, reassumed as the stuns come through. Askia just a second thought here. raafa drops down, finds the kill with the operator. Wall goes up and again split from this A site for the remainder of the defenders here for M80. Can they find a way back in?
In a 3v5, a couple players slow. koalanoob actually managing to find raafa with the operator. And yeah, this is doable.
And Fragment at the feet. This is going to force the hand of Askia. Forced to push on through as that wall now has a hole in it. Incendiary will come down. Koala goes over the top, but he's ripped out of the sky. 2 remain. In a 2v3, NTK going to be disconnected from the fight. He's too low HP. Running out of time, though. RM80, a beautiful stun. GuhRVN has fallen. NiSMO now going to try his hand, but it's eeiu instead. And it sounds like there should be time on the clock. 8-4 was available to the Union, but in the retake, and not out of it just yet. The stage wall proves to be a tricky piece of utility to deal with. It cuts off one side of the map. Gives the information that M80 want to hit this way because they've dealt with it. Speaking of being dealt with, raafa, just not long for this world. It was the only util that he's found here in this round. johnqt plants his feet and fights for the B site like it's his own. Now it's all up to GuhRVN. Smoke comes down. 3 players to worry about. Cannot find the first. Good weaponry. I mean, in this angle for GuhRVN, that is such a good angle for him. Usually gets so much value there, but smoked off, finds nothing early. M80 working behind their util very well as the flashes come through. 2 of them used to try and deal with Pank. That's a 2-for-1 trade. Make it 3-for-1 as koalanoob goes into the back lines. He's been erased though. Askia finally finds his way into the fight, and raafa, who's been so good for this Union squad, will scoop up another. johnqt's been noted, which means eeiu.
Oh, here.
And I mean, the tug of war, the back and forth, splitting them. As Askia, 46 HP, a sheriff for Johnny, close it out last round, tries to do it here. pancc forces his hand, and John will get it done. Their hometown with this home field advantage.
Yeah.
And now we jump back into the action. A bit longer of a technical break here as the wall once more will cut off one part of the map. And look at the change. They place that wall down and they just avoid it like it's the plague. raafa hops the other side and they're hoping that this wall will be enough. No, M80 just going to disrespect it and look to work through it.
Something that we've seen before as well for the Union this wall, and everybody kind of backing up, not really having that much support, even expecting that pressure to come through this early. And that could be the opening for the maybe last round of M80.
Yeah, Pank gets taken down through the smoke as well. Koala just spraying into Canteen. Will find the frag. Bit of a response here is johnqt under fire. raafa switches targets, finds a kill onto NiSMO. Askia behind the paint shells will push his way onto the site. Incendiary's down. It'll force off the defuse. Aftershock behind it. All the util starting to be dumped here, but that means nothing to continue to delay the clock as Askia pushes through. He goes 1-for-1. As the Union look to hang on. A tap onto the spike once more. Koala good for 3. eeiu looks to close it out, and he'll do just that in 2-0 fashion. M80 explode here on Fracture, and they give us an all North American Grand Final.
Guard